Yo, what up, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Wrath of Aquarius podcast. We're here to bring our wrath, which is our light and truth, to all y'all, to wake y'all up. Yeah. Yeah, we do episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and our topics today are Aliens Part 2 and so he's tapping into the conversation. It's time to start. All right, so we're probably going to start off with an honorable mention from our boy Ciro. Ciro. So
is it Zero or Ciro?
Ciro.
That's fucking exotic.
Italian.
It is
fucking Italian.
Muy Italiano. No, actually, mucho Italiano.
Mucho.
Molto bene.
Molto bene, Ciro. Ciro.
Molto bene.
Benissimo.
There's your shot.
Oh, it's is it Benissimo or Bellissimo?
You're the Italian.
Fuck yeah. I think it's Bellissimo.
I know it's in Succo di Arancia for orange juice.
Wait, what?
Succo la minchia.
Succo di Arancia.
That's Sicilian for suck my dick. But
you learn new words on the podcast if you just tune in.
Yeah.
You get cultured here.
You get.
Oh man. God. Speaking of cultures, did you know that Matt has something to tell you about cultures? And the fact that possibly each culture might have saw a distant alien or not.
Oh yeah, literally. Segue, Will, Dan.
I would love a segue, Loki.
Yeah, we gotta get better at segueing.
Oh no, I meant segue.
Oh, you were gonna
like those like things.
No,
that
I mean like
Paul
segueing
Blart.
into our fucking combos. You know?
Because I thought you were going to say that you're going to use the bass to segue into different conversations, and I thought you were going to go off on this like little fucking lick. And I was like sitting there waiting. And I was like,
licks.
wait, what are you going to do?
I'll learn some random licks, and then I'll come back with you next episode. I'll hit some random licks.
Next
John's
episode.
going to hit us with some fucking slaps.
Yeah, bro. I could already do that.
Slapping the bass.
You're slapping the bass.
Just slapping the bass.
But yeah,
anyway,
segueing into what we were talking about with cultures. So what Ciro mentioned was that different cultures saw aliens come down and then they didn't know how to explain them. So each of their religions and mythologies are based off of those types of aliens and stuff. So like Zeus was an alien or something like that. And like Hercules was an alien, all that stuff. And then also that they say that their chariots that they saw flying across the sky was really just a UFO. Because John and I were talking about before that, like, they don't know what cars and shit were. And they didn't know what planes were because they weren't invented yet. So, like, they would only know it as a chariot. So, like, you know, they're just like, oh, they just saw chariots across the sky. So,
chariots
like,
were
there was the only way
cars of their time.
Yeah, there was the only way of transportation.
Yeah.
So why would they say it anything else?
Well, actually,
but it's just a UFO.
Yeah, like there was this Rick and Morty episode, and I always bring this point out because it kind of definitely opens out the fact that there was these two pods that came in and like kind of worshipped one as a god because she couldn't get like face sucked. And it was on season 4, and she had like face sucked or something like aliens, and she had a toothpick which kept killing them.
Yeah.
And they were like, God, 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 because she was like, no, it's a toothpick. Like, and they were like, God, God, and just kind of like lead the masses. And it's like, if you don't know something, you're going to associate it with like what you know from the time. But that's something that we know. Like, we associate from the 90s, the 80s, like our time. Like, we don't, like, we always think of flying cars.
Right.
They would probably think of flying chariots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a flying chariot? Like, somebody having that, like, thought? Like, that's... Fuck, you just really fucked me up there, Matt. Like,
yeah, like that's...
that really, like...
Something to fucking think about, bro.
It is something to think about. But, like, do you think they're, like... with that whole, like, debate, like, this is that question I was gonna say, like... Do you think Romans, because they seem to copy kind of, like, the premise of, like, Jupiter, Zeus, kind of seeing, like, gods of war, Mars, and Aries, like... Do you guys actually think that they were different aliens, or do you think Romans just copied the Greek culture?
I think Romans just copied the Greek culture, and I think, honestly, Greek culture was also copied off of, like, ancient Egyptian culture as well.
Yeah, it just kept going down.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like that it all, like, from the beginning, like, it was, like, Egypt, and then, like, Greek, and then Roman, you know? and then they just kind of like switched it up,
No, I agree.
or
The
then
same
they
thing.
combined it a lot of shit.
Just
Yo,
keeps branching out.
I was also thinking, what if Mount Olympus was just a fucking alien UFO? And then they're just like,
Oh,
all
shit.
the gods and stuff like that, they're like, oh, they come down from Mount Olympus. And then they're just in their spaceship. And then they come down and then they fucking,
That's
like,
true.
mingle with all the humans and, like,
Shit.
tell them what to do and whatnot. And then, like, what if they just perched up on top of a fucking mountain? So, like, everybody else couldn't get to them.
Maybe. Because, I mean, we've also talked about that with the Bible, how you're not supposed to take it literally because when, like, you know, whenever the fuck they were made, they didn't have anything to base anything off of. They didn't know how to explain anything. So they just kind of, you know, like they didn't know the science yet behind everything. Which is why there's all these, like, miracles and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, yo, science, bitch. They didn't know
Then
that
years later, all these
science.
people come out with science, and it's like,
Well, speaking of now too, a lot of people don't want science, and it's like science is like.
yeah, it's a fact.
we're-
Nobody's even trusting the science anymore.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna trust on?
And
They're
I
all
understand
paranoid.
science is bad, but like religion is also as worse. It's like, yeah, that's why like if when I first started making the transition from being just straight monotheistic to like exploring the other options, the biggest drawback that I had was in the church when I was going through the transfers before I said I was polytheistic and all this, was that I believed in God created the Big Bang, and then all of a sudden through evolution we became the bee, and that was the great segue into having religion and science kind of
Right.
being equal, and understanding that they're both kind of right, but also like science a little bit more because that's a little bit based. Not that I don't have faith. It's just
I think
because
they're
it's like,
just both sides of the same coin.
they gotta be.
It's like, I feel like their religion is kind of like, it's like, religion's the idea and science is like what made the idea. It's like how the idea works.
How could be
It's
possible?
just to prove it, yeah.
Yeah.
And
To
even science is
theorize
impossible.
and stuff.
Yeah, science is impossible too. Like
A lot
but
of it is.
a lot of it is, but we now have things like nuclear fission that thought was gonna be impossible. And like now we have something that can blow up the world.
We have
25
computers
million
and
times.
shit.
Yeah.
Just even at such a more general standpoint, computers and phones.
Bro, literally
Like, we have
electricity.
VR too.
Yeah.
VR is shit that people back then would literally think is like the future.
Yeah. And now we're
Now we
living
have
it.
it.
And now it literally, like, back then, like, only, like, in the 50s, they, or something like that, they, like, had these artworks that they had, like, literal mirrors, and then they were, like, looking at people through the mirror, like, FaceTime now.
Oh,
And then
shit.
that's what they were, like, trying to theorize what would happen. They would have a device that you look into and you talk to somebody else over distance, and now we fucking have it. But it's not, like, a legit, like, mirror, like you're holding it. It's just
Yeah.
a phone.
And what's kind of funny is like if you think about it, from all those times, even from all the fucking countless sightings, guess what fucking stayed the same? A UFO, the basis of a unidentified flying object, and
Yeah.
just a circular, sometimes circular, and just being like alien. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but when you see it, you know it. Like it's just kind of like.
Yeah, it's like
You
why
know?
out of every single religion, the one thing that stays the same is like their vehicle.
Well, I mean, also, haven't they found like kind of UFO shaped objects in like ancient fucking carved like
Yeah.
paintings and shit? Like
Like they literally
have.
fucking saw it and wrote it down.
Yeah,
It's,
One of my
So
biggest
that's why
fears-
that's been such like a staple is the whole disc shaped fucking thing.
And some aren't really like big either. Like it's always this. It's either they're big or small. It doesn't. I feel like change the shape. Like I've never seen someone say, "Oh, it was like a square UFO." It's always that disc. And like, the thing I fear is like sometimes like we know they're there. They definitely know we're here probably. And I feel like they're definitely picking humans that are finding out the truth a little bit and getting kind of scared a little bit. Makes sense. Because now, like, everything's kind of like, they're coming in a little bit more, the government's kind of releasing more and more. Like, I just want to...
I feel like they choose specific humans that carry out the information and like wake other people up. all is well.
Matt, you think that they're just higher beings in general, right? Aliens, pretty much. To shorten it up, I guess. Because I was gonna say, at that point, technology doesn't even matter. Because, like, I don't know, why would they... I guess unless it's just the different types of aliens. Like, I'm sure the different types... There's some types that are... in higher conscience or whatever. Because they wouldn't need the vehicles then, I feel like. Like, they wouldn't need UFOs to come here if they are, like, that high of conscious.
Yeah, because what I think is that how they communicate with us is through thought and, like...
Yeah, facts. So,
like, through your mind and shit like that. Like, why would they need to, like, come down here physically when they could just, like, talk to you through your mind? You know?
Because are there types of aliens that aren't that high in consciousness? That are just like us? Well, yeah, but other, like, obviously out, like, other beings from different worlds.
I guess, like, lower consciousness beings would be, like, the bad aliens and shit like that. Like, reptilians and stuff like that. Because, like... They classify, like, higher consciousness and lower consciousness between, like, the different types of, like, emotions that you pretty much express. Because, like, higher conscious beings would be, like through love, compassion, like, all that stuff. And then, like, lower beings would be, like, you're kind of, like, in, like, hate, survival mode, like, all that type of stuff.
Do you think there's aliens just like us? That they just kind of walk around and live their fucking days and, you know... They're like, shit.
Yeah, there has to be.
I wonder if there's people out there like us and they're thinking the same shit.
Yeah, and then, like, because, okay, so should we, hold on, because I think that, like, what higher being, like, higher conscious, like, aliens are, it's how it's, like, in Star Trek. And how, like, they're in, like, a ship and they go around to all these other planets that, like, are kind of, like, starting off, and then, like, they go down, help them out, check out to see what the fuck is up. And then, like, they're just like, yo, you want to, like, go to the light side and whatnot. And they try to, like, sway them to be on, like, to go down a better path. Teach them. Because, like, what Captain Kirk said was that we go around to try to tell other life forms to, like, kind of smarten up before that their technology blows them up. Because, like, they said that, like, that's kind of, like, what we're going on now. It's like we're getting so technologically advanced for our own good that we're just going to kill ourselves with it. Because we don't have... It's like we're smart, but we're not wise. Mm-hmm. It's like we make the technology and we can, but it's like, should we make it? Do we know, like, what to do with it after we make it? Are we going to blow ourselves up after we make it? You know?
The biggest fear is, like, nuclear war or robots taking over. Like, that's why people are afraid of technology.
Yeah.
They're afraid that... Because look how many jobs robots are taking. And, like, people are freaking out because, like, they don't need to work anymore.
I feel like that we would just go more on a path of being, like, creators.
Yeah.
Like, say, like, more people, instead of working for factories and stuff, they would just be, like, making their own, like... businesses and products and stuff like that. Like, say, like, they would be more like social media influencers or YouTubers or whatnot.
Yeah, true. Actually, I read a book. I was telling you about the book I read during school. I forget what it's called. But it talked about that, how it pretty much was just kind of theorizing what would happen in the future if, like, robots were to actually... Not robots. Well, yeah, I guess robots were to start, like, taking over all the work and stuff. And that's definitely true. Like, I feel like there would be more creative things for people to do, but...
Yeah, and why also would we not become robot maintenance people?
Well, yeah, that's also what it was saying, because it was saying that there's definitely still things that are gonna be better off left to the humans. Like, certain things... Like, obviously not everything has a right and wrong answer, so you can't, like, have a robot do something that it can't, like, that it doesn't have a specific fucking coding for or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, it would still need the people to, I guess, do all the coding, come up with it.
Yes, because
people's minds and the way they do things, stuff like that. I'll
yeah.
have to read up on it again.
It's because, like, when robots are made... people are afraid of, like, conscious robots, but, like, we would have to make those conscious robots. Yeah. It's like, if we make robots, like what you were saying, they're only gonna have a one-track mind. They're only gonna be specifically made to do one or a couple of different things. It's not like that. Once you make it, it's gonna like somehow get a consciousness in it, and it's gonna like wake up and like kill us all.
Yeah.
It's like it's only gonna happen if you make it like that. It's like if you like give it like a computer brain to like think and like process on its own and shit like that, and always constantly be like updating itself and like whatnot. Because honestly, that's what I think that we are. I think that we're just robots that like we're given like a solo brain to like kind of like constantly like learn and like evolve and update and stuff like that and heal itself. But we're just like more flesh bodies so we can regenerate ourselves. And then that's like why we're given like blood and stuff like that and like all these like neurotransmitters and electricity, because like that's how like everything like processes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's why I love the fear of it, because it brings so many conclusions to things. Like, do we need robots to do something against aliens, like, or do we like use robots for our own needs or anything like that? And like I've thought about like the fact of like robots fighting aliens, but I feel like humans will build something. Cause like back in our primitive days, we didn't use like sticks and shit to get like shit out. We made something to take those like whatever fruit or whatever was out of the dirt. Like we used rocks and shit, but like we ratched those rocks with straw and fucking made an axe or something. Like we make tools. Like,
and
we're gonna
eventually
create a
found
tool
and
to
stuff
fight
like that.
alien. Like that's the thing. Like if there's any possible threat, we'll build something.
It's probably already built.
It's got. I mean, we have
There's no way the
we have
government
space
doesn't have
like
like lasers and shit already. We probably already talked about this last time, but like they definitely have some crazy weaponry that we don't know about.
Yeah.
There's no way they don't.
They always say we're like 50 years behind or something like that. Like we're 50 years behind laser tech. It's like bullshit.
We're
like,
literally the future.
Yeah, we are the future. Like get out of here.
It's like the government has all the better technology and we're just getting the shit technology. It's like we are 50 years behind, but the government's up to date.
Yeah.
And everybody else that's at the higher point. It's like the people are 50 years behind.
Because like you're gonna tell me that the government doesn't have like the U.S. government
the
and
newest
all
shit.
Governments too have like the newest shit, like crazy weapons.
Obama did a drone strike. He sent out drones. He didn't even send out men, or was it Trump? Obama or Trump sent fucking drones out. Like,
it's just a new thing now, is the airstrikes.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use.
I think Obama started it.
Well,
it's always been like a thing.
Yeah, it's been there for a while, but I think during Obama's campaign is when
it really
they
started
switched more towards
yeah.
airstrikes. Because I think he's the president that's authorized the most airstrikes out of anybody.
Yeah.
So far, I think. Maybe Trump's gonna take that, but at the same time, that just could be because of the new type of warfare. Like it, I feel like I've always been hearing for years that, you know, it's gonna be a war now, fought with like planes and drone strikes and this. Like, there's not gonna be that many people used.
Always need boots on the ground.
Yeah, I mean that is true. There's definitely always going to be, including more like special units and stuff, like the real crazy motherfuckers that could go in and get shit done. But
yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna have like hundreds of thousands of troops in another country now or some shit.
No, we would definitely, I feel, use them like towards our benefit, towards the home front.
Yeah, you would leave them at home to protect and stuff, if anything, or.
Which it seems like the United States is gonna have to do soon. Like we're gonna have to like pull troops home and like point guns out and like chill for a bit, like, because I feel like we're leading towards a huge social injustice. Like there's gonna be uproar in the country soon.
Oh, like civil war.
Yeah, and like it's gonna be like United States is gonna have to pull again together to fight another war.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's got to be something bigger than the United States government, and like that, which happens to be the next step, is getting an ET coming here and shaking shit up, either for good or bad. Like,
yeah.
I always feel weird because it's like Independence Day or like. What's a friendly UFO movie?
E.T.
E.T. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's either E.T. or fucking, like...
Yeah, Independence Day.
Independence Day. Like, they're either destroying us for no fucking reason or just trying to live.
Yeah.
I feel like that there is, like... I think we talked about this last time. There's, like, good and bad aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that, like, once that the bad aliens start impeding on it, then, like, the good aliens are kind of, like, also step in and be like, yo, nah, you know?
Well, because the thing is, I feel like with any being, even if it's an alien, as long as you have your own mind and conscience, you can have whatever opinion and think whatever you want. So as long as an alien has that, they as well could be like, no, we can't just let these innocent people get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
don't
sure
think
there
there
would
would be,
be-
like, bystanders when that happens.
Exactly. Unless, I don't know, unless it's like a basic movie alien race that's just like, yeah, fuck it, let's destroy Earth. They just
Yeah.
come down with fucking lasers blasting and shit. But, I don't know. I think as long as some being has control of their own mind, they're going to be able to think and rationalize like us.
Yeah.
Or do you think not? Because, like, aliens don't really give a fuck if we're not on a home planet.
I mean,
Like,
we
we're
don't
just saying
actually
that
know about aliens to know that they don't give an actual fuck.
they fuck you say there.
Yeah, I feel like that, like, the thing is that, like, they're
Fuck
so
no.
advanced that they have nothing else better to do but then go around in the galaxy and just kind of, like, help out other consciousnesses evolve and grow to its
Yeah.
fullest potential.
Well, if they're doing that, there's got to be some sort of fucking evilness.
Yeah, that's
to
what I'm
that.
saying. There
Let's
has
do
to
the
be
same
good guys,
thing.
there has
Exactly.
to be bad guys.
It's like there's always, it's like if there's a very good
Yin and
force
yang.
out there, there's equally as bad.
Yeah, yin and yang, like
Yeah.
you say.
'Cause,
That's just
like-
literally going to be like the point that we make for everything we ever talk about is yin and yang.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like that is the
It is.
the
It's-
law of this universe.
It is.
It's the yin and yang.
There's
It's like
yeah.
if that was what our dimension is about, it's about the yin and yang.
Yeah, there's always good, there's always bad.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, as long as you can have your own conscious and think, there's just going to be people going towards good sides and people going towards bad sides.
So should we segue into these Starseeds because they do go
Yeah,
over
you
the
might as
good
well
and
if
bad
you can.
aliens that
Oh,
were.
sure.
Yeah.
Fucking segue.
Yeah. Segue away, brother.
Come segue.
Segue.
Come
Had to, you
segue.
needed to give a little
All
lick for
right.
that.
So, pretty much, yeah, I'll go over what Starseeds are, pretty
Yes.
much. Okay, so,
I am-
what is a Starseed?
I don't
A,
know,
s-
Matt.
a
a
seed from a star.
seed from a star, bro.
Stars can lay seeds.
Yeah, we are all made of stardust, so we are all stars. We are all one with the
Are we
universe.
seeds?
Oh, my
and stars?
star seed all over your fucking...
Yeah, all over your fucking back,
All
bro.
over your face.
What? Yo, you broed the end of that. You're like, yeah, bro. Like this is no homo.
No, bro.
I didn't, yeah.
Oh no, John, you were
No
just
homo.
sitting there.
Now I say it.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Come down.
Alright, but what is a starseed? A starseed is a soul from another world that incarnates on Earth in order to bring light and knowledge, helping Mother Earth and uplifting the people of the planet. Starseeds are older souls who volunteer for this job. They are usually experts in the field of going into other worlds and for extended periods to help steer the world in the right direction, bringing light energy to civilizations that are still in the dark or struggling. So pretty much what they are is that, say like there's like regular ass humans that are just kind of living their life, and then there's like other like aliens that kind of incarnate as like quote unquote humans to like kind of like help steer the direction of humanity into like a better way.
Right.
It's like they come from
Makes sense.
they incarnate from other parts of the galaxies. It's like they make their own like little like fucking. It's like, you actually know what I just thought? Like, you know, a lot of the people who are like, oh my god, like Earth is just like a simulation and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, what if they just are starseeds and they just fucking like incarnated into being like a quote unquote human, and it's like a VR like reality for them. It's like
So-
they know that they're from another galaxy, but they're just
Weird.
playing the human.
So we're the... We think life's a simulation, but we're the simulation.
Yeah, it's like we're
Yo.
because they always say it's like we're humans having a soul experience, we're souls having a human experience.
Yeah.
That makes sense because everyone thinks they're like a sim or something. Like they don't feel like they have control anymore.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's because that we're actually just here to like do a purpose on Earth or something like that,
Yeah.
and then like help it like evolve, and then after we're done, we just boop, we leave.
We die.
Yeah.
You get plugged off.
Like, what if reincarnation's a thing, like, that we just keep, like, reincarnating until, like, Earth's purpose is, like, fulfilled, and then we just go onto the next planet, and then we do the same thing, and keep evolving, and then when we're done, and then Earth is at, like, the topmost consciousness that it can be at, and then we just go to the next planet and go, and do it again, and do it again and again, until this whole entire universe is, like, at its peak consciousness, and then it just evolves into something else.
Give us the time to do it, because we've lived multiple generations.
Yeah.
And that means we're definitely not the only ones doing it then. I guess maybe they pick one habitable planet per solar system?
Yeah, what if that's it? And then that's like the leader fucking... It's like, what if each planet has its own purpose? And then, like, Earth is, like, the conscious planet, and that's, like, the brain of everything. But then, like, Pluto, Venus, and everything, they're, like, the arms and legs and, like, the lungs of, like, the galaxy.
It'd be interesting, actually.
And, like, the sun's, like, the life source.
Yeah. It's just a battery pack.
Yeah.
Because I was also thinking, what if the planets that don't have life on it are just the failed ones, where the people couldn't help?
Yeah. Or they just didn't start yet.
Yeah, that too, I guess. Because we never really know.
And then each solar system, like, we just, like, say, like, we're only doing this solar system right now. And then after that, we go to the next solar system and do whatever the fuck we're doing now. And then eventually, they all just kind of, like, combine into one. And then we become, like, one big solar system or universe or whatnot. And then we just become, like, super conscious. And then we become those giant-ass fucking alien things on the rings of Saturn.
Sentient fucking beings.
That'd be fucking crazy.
I would love that.
That'd be wild as fuck. But I'm gonna...
Because I think I've definitely brought this up to you. I've never brought it up to Will, though. I doubt it. But, because I also think that there's just, like, animals on different planets, too, possibly. Yeah. It's, like, different types of animals.
Gotta be.
Because, like... Just because there's life, it doesn't mean it has to be a humanoid life, right? Like, it could be an animal or a tiny fucking... I mean, we've already talked about how there's bacteria, like, over on Mars and shit.
But, like, yeah.
Like, who's to say there's not some weird fucking,
bunny or something.
Yeah, just, like...
Yeah.
Hopping around.
Yeah.
Three-eyed bunny with fucking...
Yeah, three-eyed bunny.
Tentacles that comes out of it and shit like that.
Even just, like, insects or something that just kind of crawl around and they somehow survive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why it's kind of like... The moon obviously is inhabitable. We know that. Like, there is no life on the moon as we know, like...
Because it doesn't have an atmosphere.
Or is it an alien base that's hollowed out? So
it's actually just cheese.
Yeah, or if it's just cheese. Is there really a man on the moon? Find out next time on Wrath of
The
Aquarius.
face was on the moon or the Mars?
Face is on
moon.
Mars.
And Mars.
Probably
I think both.
There's probably both, yeah. But it probably just looks like that way. But, like, why can't we go on the dark side of the moon yet? Fuck government.
Yeah. What are you hiding from us?
Exactly. What if that's where all the crap's hiding? Just on the other side that we can't see.
It's all the alien bases and shit like that. And you can't fucking see it. And they're just like, oh, can only show this side.
What if they are just underground? I mean, there's apparently so many craters. They probably just, like, fucking enter, dig in, and fucking hollow out.
Yeah.
Could you imagine fucking walking into a fucking... Like, alien hive mind, like, just fucking...
I would not want to do
munching
that.
away, like,
a
just...
hive mind would be scary
like, fucking scary as shit. Like, and then all of a sudden you see, like, new evidence of alien life on your television. And the next thing you know, your astronauts get eaten on live television.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
but that's it. They cannot come at you. They cannot come to Earth, like anything. You'll just know forever that there's a hive mind on the moon. Like,
but what if we are the hive mind, and then we are just not in full connection with each other?
We gotta be hive. Oh, are you kidding me? We gotta be. We work like these.
Yeah, we are. We are all humans.
Yeah.
And then, like, we are all in the hive mind, pretty much. But then the thing is that we're all just not connected with each other, and then that's why...
the whole thing comes in where we're...
That's how we get into higher consciousness. consciousness.
Conscious, yeah.
Yeah.
Which the conscious is a problem because everyone's gotta. Life would be great, but everyone needs to, account for those 7 deadly sins types of thing. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's got their own motives, their own greeds, their own.
It's like we just gotta like get out those kinks in order to.
Someone to tell us to get out of those kinks.
Cause like like when you like connect with your friends and then like you just know what they're thinking and shit like that.
Yeah.
Cause like what if that's just connecting into the hive mind?
It could be.
And then you're just like, oh, like you just can like telepathically talk to each other.
Or maybe it's one of those things that over the years humans have kind of lost the need for. Since we have all the technology we do, we don't have to really survive in the places that we live. Because, I mean, we're pretty fucking fortunate in that sense. So, maybe, like, back then or in different countries or something where, like, you've really got to live as a group in a community. That's when the hive mind sets in, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, the hive mind, it's...
Or maybe it's just at a smaller degree, but now since we're, like, rising in technology and, like... And
it's like
evolving, like now we just all become the hive mind, like all the different races and shit come together, and then.
I mean, I guess that's the end goal, technically, right? To have everyone come together as one and be equal and
efficient.
Yeah.
Without the communist part, though. There's a basic human right part.
That's a problem. Half the world's got to go. If you really think about it. Not to pull Thanos right, but like...
But what... Okay, this is my whole theory on coronavirus thing. It's like, what if that's what it is? So we can all become one. So the aliens can come down. So we can get inducted into, like, a fucking alien, like, federation or some shit like that. It's like, yo, in order for you guys to be into this federation, all this fucking old bullshit needs to go away. And then once all of it gets fucking... wiped out and just kind of like cleaned out, then they're just like, okay, now you can be inducted into this.
Yeah, because it would have to be super secret.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying, like people in the military wouldn't. There's a lot of people that wouldn't stand for that. It wouldn't be one of those things where all of a sudden there's all like. Because like I feel like there's always those like games or movies or some shit where like the whole entire military just turns bad and they're all with the bad guy, and it's like that wouldn't fucking happen. You'd have people like. No, fuck that.
Yeah, like, huh?
Especially now, yeah. You have people like, literally just would rather fight.
Yeah, people would rather die fighting than fucking fall under some world government.
Because, like, what if that's, like, the New World Order?
Yeah, that's like, exactly.
It's like all the governments come together and then they, like... I think
that's what it would be. Everyone's like, oh, it's this whole satanic thing. I just, like, no, it would just be them trying to get the world under one government so it's easy to control. But I don't think it would be, because then you have the whole, oh, your empire's too big, you can't control it anymore type of shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like there would still be a need for several leaders around the world. So unless you just
they're all going to eventually have their own motives and break off, and then it's going to
all the superpowers take over all the smaller countries or some shit like that.
Because that's what I think that they're trying to do.
Like they're just going to kill off all the smaller governments and...
like submit to our one government and shit like that. Submit under the empire.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think about every fucking time we talk about this stuff.
Cause like that's what I think George Lucas is trying to like fucking like warn people about. It's like don't let them become a one government thing and control everybody and go around. It's like that's what the rebellion is. The rebellion's like the people and stuff like that. It's like have your own freedom.
Always. It's always the people.
Cause it would be not only the propaganda but just in general, it would look better on paper, but when it actually happens, it's just like terrible. You know, it's like communism.
Yeah.
Like communism sounds fucking great. Everybody's equal.
Yeah, like on paper, but enacting it in real life, it does not work out. Turns into a fucking dictatorship and shit, and everybody starts dying. And because like, I was actually watching an episode on Star Trek last night about that. It was like. This guy was supposed to only go in and help the planet, and then he was only supposed to like help the planet like kind of like do its thing and whatnot, but then he like based it off of like communist traditions and stuff like that, and all of a sudden it turned into this whole fucking Nazi thing, and then they all started killing other people and stuff like that, and then he's like, oh, it like worked in the beginning, but eventually someone like rose up and like kind of like
You can never
tried to
have
snuff it
something
out
like
and
that.
yeah, it's like no matter what, it like turns bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was like a whole fucking thing. I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy as fuck, actually.
Well, yeah, everything sounds great on paper. Even democracy sounds great on paper.
Yeah, and it still
for
has
the
its
people.
large share of problems.
And like the biggest problem was like, even the Greeks had the biggest problem. Like in Athens, what they would do is just have open ballots. If you wanted to speak, you would have to speak. So that means they would sit at the pavilion for like hours, like because everyone's lining up. So you have like the sophisticated people that are paid to talk in the beginning, and then like, oh, anybody else wanna? Oh, the drunken guy that wants to talk about government. Like it's like.
Yeah,
That
like, oh, Jesus
either.
Christ,
Like,
this fucking
really,
guy
like,
again, you know?
It's like shit.
And it's like everything sounds like great on paper, but at the end of the day, we shouldn't be worrying about smaller shit. We should be worrying as a whole. That's why I hate when people say like, think big, act local, or something like that.
Would you say think big, act local?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
it's something on the lines of like basically like don't worry about like the outside shit, but like focus on your own. Like,
yeah, your own
community.
immediate. Yeah, right.
And it's like
I heard
no.
another quote, it's like only 10 to the parts of the garden that you could reach.
Fuck. It's like, no,
That's
fucking
good.
do the whole thing. Like, one swap. Like, you can start around your local, yeah, it's because where you are, but it, like, also do
Like,
it.
send your pilgrims out after that. Have
Yeah.
them go fucking-
Because then it becomes a domino effect. It's like when you become a light and then you help other people and then they help them and then it's like a whole pay it forward thing and all of a sudden it just keeps going and going and going and going.
I was just thinking about that, the Pay It Forward with the little kid that people used to make us watch in high school, with Pay It Forward, that little snippet. It's like, I don't know if you guys remember that, but
Yeah.
the teacher told me that. It was like a Pay It Forward tribute.
Wait, for what was it
It
again?
was like an English like movie we were watching. It was like Pay It Forward. It was a movie that basically the kid was paying forward and like
Oh, I don't remember that.
he had this like moment like
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
yeah, and after that like it makes sense. Just pay it forward. Like at the end of the day, you scratch mine, I scratch yours.
Yeah, it's like positivity spreads.
For real. Like it's funny because it's like the whole base thing like that I just got. Like it was just more of like, oh shit, I said I would get it. I did not. Let me go get it. Like that's a duty. Like that's what everyone's.
Yeah.
That's
like,
that's
you
a
were-
civic
yeah, okay.
duty. Like people forget about that. Like it's
Right.
like they just like, oh, it's okay. They'll accept me. They'll accept me for who I am. It's like no, you gave him your word. You gave him
Yeah.
something. Like you said you were gonna be there. It's not. And
I
like,
mean, at the same time though, we don't like. We know you're not trying to like keep it or steal it or some shit like that.
No.
So it's not like we don't think we're never gonna get it. But I still get what you're saying. But you know, you say you're gonna do something,
you fucking
fucking
do it.
help it out.
Yeah, it's like kind of like with this alien thing. It's like, is the country really gonna help us out? Or are they gonna, at the end of the day, worry about themselves? Like, is
Yeah,
China
them and
gonna,
the rich
if
people.
China tells the United States we got ships, like we're ready to set sail in space, like the United States like sure, and then all of a sudden China doesn't show up, like United States is looking there like a goofball fighting aliens alone, like.
So you'd have all the rednecks running out with their shotguns and shit.
You know what I'm thinking?
Fighting the aliens.
Because, like, why would aliens want to go to the government? Like, why would it not just go to the people?
Easy to control.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess,
they're
but, like, the
puppets.
thing is, like,
They
the
get to
government's
control
just,
us
like...
even easier.
Yeah.
As long as they give the info to the puppets, they're gonna spew it out to us. It's just skipping a whole step. Instead of going to billions of people, you just go to the thousands maybe that are in control around the world, and I don't know how many people are actually.
No, but it makes sense. It gets because the masses are gonna know. We're talking about fighting aliens.
Yeah, because
Keeping
like Lord
peace and shit,
knows,
like-
because also Lord knows how big their planet is and how many people they're coming over.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's like
Maybe they're Vikings. Maybe every single alien is a warrior,
I would
or
not,
maybe they're like us.
That's what they
where-
say the Pleiadians are.
Oh
Just
really?
fucking the
Oh yeah,
Vikings.
yeah, like the, yeah, right.
And that's, like, that whole mindset.
You're right, yeah. Because then it's like, or you could have people like us where certain people choose to be warriors while the rest kind of just live their lives or fucking farm or go to school or, you know, do whatever the fuck it is that you do.
Yeah.
Just wander.
Because, like, what if, like, all, like, we're, like, specific, like, human groups? The fuck was that?
It was base.
Oh shit! I was like, what the hell? But I was like, what if like specific groups of humans when we first started on Earth? Like, what if that was like different types of aliens coming down and like putting their like seeds into the Earth, and then like, you know, what I mean?
So repeat it.
Like different alien, like when Earth first started, it was like a blank slate.
Okay.
But then like aliens came down and like put their seed into the Earth.
Gotcha.
And then like it made like humans and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and like different alien races came down, and then
Yeah,
that's
stuff
why
like
we have
that.
so many different types of humans.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying.
You get like the Palladians came down; those are like the Vikings, and Syrians
Yeah.
came down; those are the Africans and like Caucasian people and shit like that.
Shit,
And like
okay.
these other aliens came, and then like they made other specific types of
Right.
people, and eventually they all spread it out, and then they formed together, and then like they hybrid, and then that's
Yeah,
what like we are now.
Yeah, and then it all.
It's like we're all just like a bunch of different alien DNA,
Yeah.
just kind of like
a lot of genetics.
into one person.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Nah, mean Holmes. But yeah,
That's crazy.
shit is crazy.
I wish we had more answers.
Yeah, but I have the answers right here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go more into the other different types of fucking starseeds. So, this is what the Syrian galactic race are. Sirius is probably the most important star when it comes to humanity's future as we head towards the Syrian culture ourselves. Sirius is the brightest star in our sky and is a multi-star system, aka more than one sun. One of the worlds is called Sirius B. It's a water planet that contains dolphins, whales, and mer people. What? Yes, there's these three races in our world that represent the Syrians. We also have those in human form as Starseeds who come from Sirius. Syrians are groups of humans from the Sirius star system whose culture is much older than ours, coming originally from Vega in the Lyria constellation, the home of humanity. They have been around a lot longer than humans on Earth are, in the real sense, our ancestors.
Fuck, I'm tired.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're hitting me.
To give a brief galactic history when it comes to life in this galaxy, humans are a relatively newer race, for example, compared to the Dinioids or the Reptoids, who are extremely intelligent and much more ancient. Humans are about 20 million years old, making us quite young and recent. We have only lived on Earth for about 200,000 years, however, although a more etheric human did live here long before that. There are many masters or avatars from Sirius who are ascended masters. Jesus, Sanada, Jesus Christ, or Mother Mary are both said to be Syrian. They wish to bring our world into harmony and for us to be able to express love and brotherhood as they do on Sirius.
Okay. Because Sonata is the thing that I was talking about with the Starfleet.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, like, what
Yeah.
if Jesus is just Captain Kirk
Literally.
being, like, ahead of, like, a whole Starfleet coming down, trying to talk to different planets and shit like that, and be like, yo, I come from the stars, this is the way that we're supposed to be to go into full consciousness and to, like, rise, and it's like, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And then he fucking died,
Sin or no sin.
and then he just went back up to his fucking starship. You know?
He had to click respawn.
Yeah, he had to
He's gonna
fucking
get back
incarnate. Yo, what if he had to, like, fucking just incarnate as a human and then just be, like, grow up, learn all this shit, and just be like, yo, this is what life's supposed to be like, and then, like, after he dies, he just kind of, like, goes back to his, like, starting point. It's like, that's the only way that he was able to come down
Yeah.
and, like, talk to people. It's like, you can't come down here physically as your alien form. It's like you have to, like, incarnate as a
Unless he-
human.
yeah,
Yeah,
unless he's
yeah,
literally
you have to be
Married.
birthed. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, he gets rebirthed and then goes back to the right side, right half the
Because he's
father.
probably he's just a soul or a spirit or whatever, and he needs
He was, yeah.
the type
vessel.
of body. Yeah, he needs a vessel, so he just goes into whichever vessel works best with that planet that he's at.
Which just happens
Yeah.
to be a woman.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Well, if we were thinking the same way you were thinking in the sense of like different animals, then he would be a different animal. However, they get birthed.
right, exactly.
Like it just happened to be a huge like the conscious being on the planet.
Yes,
I
it
feel like
just happened to
where
be
it is,
humans
yeah.
here, so he was like, okay, time to be birthed as a human. He's like, I'll take this random bitch
Yeah, and he's like, and this is how I'm gonna get my fucking shit across. You know?
He just births himself, grows up in fucking Bethlehem or whatever, and then starts spreading his ways. Nazareth.
Come on, man.
Well, I don't know, dude.
No,
I know he was born in Bethlehem or whatever.
I actually, to be honest with you, John, I do not know.
You don't know?
I
I
think
only
it was
know because I was just... Remember I showed you the blood-stained...
Yeah. I mean, they call him Jesus in Nazareth.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up, though.
I feel like he was born in Bethlehem, but had the... Jesus.
I don't even know what the fuck Bethlehem is.
Little town of
Bethlehem is...
Isn't that like...
Little town of Bethlehem. No, that's Old McFarland.
So Nazareth is a city in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Bethlehem is a city in something.
Jerusalem?
Palestinian town south of Jerusalem. The biblical birthplace of Jesus.
Bethlehem?
Bethlehem, yeah.
Oh shit, okay, you're
The
right.
Christian was wrong. That's not funny. John was right.
Oh. Oh.
That's
Oh.
funny. I feel so proud of that.
That's
Thank God.
fucking crazy as fuck, actually.
Thank God.
The one who's not even fucking religious
Yeah, I
does
know.
it.
Well, I'm just looking it up.
You do it.
No, but yeah,
beforehand.
you fucking channeled that shit before you even fucking looked it up.
I think Nazareth is just where he studied and shit and prayed and all that.
So that's
stuff.
where he like became
I think,
Jesus
that's
or
where
something
he
like that. That's
started
weird.
his life, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
The birth was Bethlehem.
Yeah, his like legit birth was Bethlehem,
Right, yeah.
but like when he like birth of like the actual character of Jesus Christ was in Nazareth.
Yeah, it would be
That's when he
Nazareth.
started his like spiritual teachings
Yeah, I
and shit
guess
like
so.
that, I guess.
So he rose the third day, right? But there's also scriptures.
You're asking the wrong dude, I'm not gonna lie.
I thought I would go for 2 for 2. No, but like, I think he rose, and then there's like a book apparently about where he was living and had children. Like
He had children.
he had children. Like and that's the
Really?
thing. It's like, is Jesus really like real or not, or is he
Exactly. Is he, like we were saying,
Just,
is
he's
he
a real guy.
Yeah,
but,
is
like,
he a regular ass person that was just doing really good things and everybody just really praised him and made it seem like he was doing miracles? Or is he a guy that literally was able to do fucking these magical miracles or some shit?
Do you guys know who the Ascended Masters are? They're like people who like literally like lived on Earth.
Yeah, the
They're
third
like
day.
yeah. They're like humans that like experience life so much that they eventually became like a divine being afterwards or something like that. So I think that like, because they say Jesus was an ascended master, so I think that like he just like was a human that like experienced like love, so like he like understood everything about love and stuff like that, and he just like spread it out to humanity, and then he died, and then he became the living embodiment of love. So like when you want to learn about love, you would look towards Jesus and then learn everything that he was teaching and stuff, so you understand that about love.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
It's not like that he knew everything about the universe and
It's
shit like that.
literally
It's just that he
just-
specifically knew about that one thing.
It's a cult.
And yeah, pretty much.
I think a lot of like
A
well,
good-
it did start
He did
off
some
as a
good
cult.
things and
Yeah.
not like a sacrificial
Yeah.
satanic cult, but just a cult in the sense that people followed him and thought he was God. Or I guess depending on what you fucking believe, some people think he is God, some people think he's the son of God, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do know.
Get that shit, get it out.
get that shit out of here.
Get it on out of here, boy.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm mad tired. I will tell you that. I am ready to fall asleep on this couch.
I mean,
I'm just man.
I'm like down from that.
yeah.
I'm ready to
I didn't really do anything. I haven't been doing shit, dude.
No.
Actually, no, today I didn't do anything. Yesterday I did something.
I'm mad lazy.
Oh no, wait, I kind of worked out before actually, so I guess that'll make you tired.
Alright. I'm just gonna kind of like go through this faster. The next ones are Pleiadians. Their actual origin is in a world called Avalon in the Lyria constellation, which was destroyed by the Dark Reptilians a very long time ago, after which they fled and colonized new worlds in the Pleiadian star system. Arcturians have been their teachers, just as the Pleiadians can now be our teachers on Earth. They are most like Earth humans in the appearance, since all humans originally came from the same stock in Lyria. Many say they are very Nordic in appearance. The Syrians also come from this Lyra stock and inhabit human bodies in the lower dimensions. Cool. Next up, Arcturian. Yeah, so we kind of we went over the fucking Pleiadians in the last podcast too. So
What are the Pleiadians?
they're like the Nordic people.
Can you just read that again real quick?
Hold on, I missed that shit.
Read me a bedtime story. I want you to narrate fucking space seeds.
Starseed.
Starfall.
I mean, you're already putting me to sleep. Boring fuck, no. I'm kidding.
Let us know if you think Matt's boring.
Comment down below if you think Matt's fucking retarded.
Yes.
20,000 likes.
I'm gonna go
we'll
comment
kill
on
him.
Yeah,
We'll
let me be
kill
like,
him.
yes. But okay.
Commenting just to let you guys know that I do believe Matt is retarded.
Alright, Arcturians. Arcturians are fifth dimensional and a higher star race that are very involved in comparison to our own fourth dimensional world. They have a high intelligence, are natural critical thinkers, and natural analysts, being very mentally polarized. They appear therefore strong and capable like leaders. They tend to be quite serious and ardent, yet when they are relaxed, they can have a wicked sense of humor. They can also have a side to them that they keep all to themselves. Don't expect them to open up easily. They tend to search for their equal. Arcturians are full of life and are not shy when it comes to receiving attention, or are planners and work hard to fulfill their plans. It is said that some starseeds are not good at expressing emotions except for anger. However, they may fall into a pattern of being angry simply to avoid showing their other more real emotions. So when one is in a relationship, one is necessarily to be patient. Interesting. But Arcturians are the ones that like build shit and are like...
Right, so those are the ones that would build the pyramids, like we were saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, they come from Arcturus.
Is that just a star, right?
Yeah.
Or something, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much that. We'll go to the next one. Andromedan. That's the
This
Andromeda
sounds so
star
crazy.
system. That's what?
That word is insane. Andromeda.
Yeah. Andromeda is the next like system that's like next to us. That's the one that says that's gonna collide with our
Oh shit,
system.
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
When is that gonna happen?
Fucker's gonna kill us.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
way
will.
fucking.
I wish I could see that shit.
Right?
Yeah, imagine
Well, maybe
that shit.
we will be able
Yeah,
to.
maybe we will in next the fucking
Either in the next
reincarnation.
life.
I just want to see Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet? Which that?
Haley's Comet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes every like couple, like 50 years, 60 years. It's
Oh,
the one
shit,
that
okay.
flies around every 6 years.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
I have to be 69. Figured it out.
So we're gonna be 69
I'll
when
be
it happens?
69 when it happens, and then I hope it's not a cloudy day, because
Hopefully I'm alive
that's
by
all I want
69.
from this life. Is that too fucking hard to ask?
Yeah, probably.
To fucking live healthy until you're 69,
Yeah.
go out, take a fucking fat one, get a little bottle of whiskey, get up in a lawn chair, and...
It is way too much to ask.
Is that way too much to fucking ask?
I think in this world and in today's day and age, that is way too much to ask.
Shit.
But you gotta make it work.
Amen to that.
Yo, these motherfuckers have wings.
Who does?
The Andromedans.
Andromeda?
For real?
It just makes me think of Ghost Maid every time I hear that.
Because I think that he probably thinks that he's an Andromedan or something.
Maybe.
Because, okay, so what are Andromedans? They seem very gentle and never seem to seek recognition, power, or to be noticed. In fact, they often make jokes about themselves, are a little self-deprecating. Although they are balanced and mature, they put you at ease. When in human bodies, they are nice-looking or even sexy.
Oh my.
Oh, Lord.
It's too much. I don't want to come in contact with them.
Yeah, they said
I'm
they're most
taken.
likely entertainers. They seem to have a very pure energy, won't detect much darkness in them. They are also very childlike. Yeah, they're galactic neighbors. involvement with Earth. Winged beings have been involved with Earth since our first life forms of the humans at various stages of development. It may be that the Sumerian winged beings depict on their what the fuck? I don't know I think that's a misspell. Yeah, so they're saying that like the ancient Sumerian like winged people, they say like those are like Andromedans and shit like that, saying been invited by the guardian angels of Earth to participate in our progression, and that they come to our solar system on the wings of the archangels who are the gatekeepers of Earth.
The gatekeepers?
Yeah.
That makes sense because, like, if you really think about it, right? A lot of religions base their thing off of some sort of god, right?
Yeah.
And then our god happened to use Andromedans, right? Or however you say it, right? And they were angels, so like they said they would come again. So that means we're supposed to have another alien race guide us again.
Yeah.
We just don't know which one yet. Which it seems like reptilians at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like they're trying to infiltrate, but then like other fucking higher alien conscious beings are like gonna like come in and be like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing, son?"
You're just always gonna be caught in between some sort of war.
It's because you're gonna have Jesus and his fucking UFO fleet come and save the day.
Oh shit! So Lyrians are like those cat people.
So they're Khajiit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 'cause if you look, that's what it is.
It's a Khajiit right there.
Look at that motherfucker, you know? So, they said Lyrian humans were the first humans that were created, and they had a creator. It was actually a race of feline people that first made the humans that we see today.
Really? That's crazy. We came from cat people?
Yeah, very interesting.
That's why.
That's why we have animals like cats and shit
Maybe
like
that's
that.
why there's like cat ladies. Maybe they're like direct descendants of them.
That'd be fucking crazy, actually.
All
They're like,
women.
we remember.
Yeah.
We remember how it was
I
like.
need 13 cats.
Yeah.
Just makes me feel who I'm supposed to be.
Interesting.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just a theory.
A game theory.
I always said a brain
Thanks,
theory. I was
real.
like, wait, that's not what
The felines were invited into this universe after their own universe reached a positive conclusion. Each universe can be seen as a separate quote-unquote game, a place where we all evolve and become co-creators ourselves. The felines are genetic masters in one of the first races they created in Lyria. Their home constellation was the Lyrians. The Lyrians people contained feline genetics that were crossed with primate genes from that constellation. The cats actually created humans out of an aquatic mammal, changing and improving the genetics, thus allowing older souls to incarnate into new form. The cats themselves were originally much like the lions, but genetically changed themselves to become more bipedal. They are like us in many ways, but contain their cat-like features.
That's Egypt for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not wild or anything? Like, did they think like us and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much they were like
They're just
cat
humans,
people,
but
and then they're just human cat
okay.
people.
Not like cats. Not like the fucking cat movie.
Yeah, not
Not
like
like
cats,
cats.
and they're not
That's-
going around showing their buttholes and shit.
I'll never watch that movie in my entire life. I swear on it.
Yeah, so that's crazy that.
I don't ever want to watch that movie. I would love to see fucking cat people though for real life, but not.
I don't know. I don't know if I would. That would
Really?
scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I think my mind would blow up if I see
Yeah.
that shit. I'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And my brain would not be able to comprehend
Yeah, I'd
what I'm
be
actually
thrown into,
seeing
like, a
with my
fucking
eyes.
asylum or some shit.
Well, guys, I unfortunately do have to call it a night.
You have to call it.
Oh shit!
I got work tomorrow at 8.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I gotta go.
I do as well, actually.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't fucking sleep anyways, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
You do sleep.
I go to bed at 12 every day.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck, good for you.
I mean, I try because, well, now the podcast knows. I go to bed at midnight. I'm a responsible boy.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't like it because normally I'm up until like 1, 2 a.m. and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just because I don't have AC. I just want to get that shit over with. I just want to be knocked out. And,
Facts.
like,
No, luckily I
Yeah, you don't even want to fucking think about it. You're like, whatever.
I can't even be like nice about it because like, see, that's the weird thing. Like life's just working out so great, but it's also like the small inconveniences of the day-to-day activities.
Yeah, there's
It's
always
like,
going to be small conveniences. You're not allowed to have easy days. That's what I'm saying. Getting some weed and a bottle of fucking Jack and sitting on a lawn watching some comets is probably way too much.
Fucking comet and like fucking. All I want to know is aliens are real. Can I talk to them?
Yeah, let me just have a conversation with one of them.
Maybe you can help me get out
Yeah.
of this shit.
Dude, I'll literally be your servant. Just get me off this fucking planet.
I would love that. I would fucking iron your socks. I would make you fucking
Yeah,
food.
as long as you feed me, keep me warm on cold days, and yeah, treat me with respect. I'll iron your fucking socks.
And at the end of the day, just give me some weed. Like,
I guess that too. Yeah.
if they unless they got some.
Definitely a yes.
Do you think other like aliens do like have their version of like some sort of weird alcohol?
For sure. I mean, we already have like very like ayahuasca type shit.
Yeah. Or maybe they just evolved so much to a point that they don't need drugs.
Oh shit, that's also
That is true, yeah, because I know tobacco is like it was like this one little episode of like the Orville, and like he's like, oh, we don't have tobacco on my home planet. And they have it, and they're like so addicted, and like they're like like 500 at a time, and it's like yeah, and they said like it's been phased out for like 20, 30, 40 years, and it was like. Imagine a world, an Earth without tobacco, like...
Imagine a world without anything, no alcohol, no drugs, no cigarettes.
I feel like eventually we'll probably get to that point.
Hopefully.
No, there's no way. I don't see it.
Not without something guiding us, at least.
Unless, like... I mean, I already think we are kind of naturally drawing... People are naturally starting to live more healthy lifestyles, but you're always going to have your people that... want their fucking beer at the end of the day when they get home from work.
Yeah.
Or their fucking
But
long hit in the morning or some shit, you know?
What if that when all these jobs that we don't need to do anymore, we don't need to suppress ourselves with fucking drugs and shit like that?
What
you know?
mean, jobs?
Like say like serving jobs that we don't want to do. Like
Okay.
we come back like since we're not doing those jobs that we don't want to do, we are less inclined to smoke.
Okay, yeah, when our lives get better.
Yeah.
Or
It's
just,
like
yeah.
say when we can do this full time, get
Right.
money,
I mean,
get paid and shit like
yeah,
that.
I feel
we'll
that.
probably be less inclined to like want to suppress ourselves with like
But I don't
weed
know.
and alcohol and
Because
shit
when you
like
look
that.
at celebrities, it makes them do it more kind of because they get the money and they're like, yo, I can fucking get some.
Yeah, but they also have a lot of inner problems
Yeah.
and shit like that too. So they're probably escaping. That's why people get famous is because they want to escape from their lifestyles and stuff like that, and they don't want to deal with their inner problems.
Yeah,
so
I
they
mean,
keep doing drugs and partying to distract themselves.
Drugs in general comes from wanting to escape anything.
Yeah.
So that is true. That's a whole nother conversation for a different time, though.
Do aliens use drugs to suppress their pain?
Yeah, who the fuck are we to say aliens aren't depressed?
Like, I feel like depression is because life is always tragedy.
Like, you don't think they're looking at us like, this fucking planet, I swear to God, they're
Yeah.
acting up again?
Like, there's no way
It's like,
like
yo,
we're the
give me
only
a
ones
shot.
that are sad, pathetic, like. because
I feel
life
like the
does
reason
suck.
why we are
Not
depressed is
pathetic,
because we
but-
are not living the lives that we want to live.
Yeah, we're too
It's
caught
like-
in a cycle now with the way. It's just the world in general, not even just America.
It's because we know that
We're
we're
not living off
We're
the land or anything
industrialized.
anymore.
Yeah, we're not getting
Yeah.
any. It's nothing. If you want to open a farm, you would just say this patch of land is mine.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
No, you can't. You need a fucking permit for everything.
yeah.
At least in America, like Alaska's like the last place that you have that where you can fucking go out and just literally build wherever the fuck you want. And even then, you probably still need some sort of property type of thing. But you know, you're not just gonna go start. You know, you at least like on the island here, you need a permit for fucking everything. Like, oh, you want a shed in your backyard? Yeah, you need a permit for that. We need to tax you for that. Like, oh shit, you want a pool? Yeah, we gotta tax you for that too. Like, you can't just do shit.
Wait until the Earth becomes a spaceport, and we're like, oh, we're gonna tax you all.
Oh my
We're
God.
playing some footsie.
Yeah.
I lifted my leg out and I'm like, oh shit, there's me.
We're playing footsies and saying
not-
tax and aliens.
Yeah.
That is the American dream. There's an American flag in the background. I'm gonna salute it with my hat off. Oh man, aliens and this whole taxing. That's why I feel like Men in Black is gonna be a real thing. Ever since you mentioned
It's
that,
gonna
I
be
was
Star
like,
Wars, dude.
Yeah.
fucking Star Wars. It's gonna be like Star
Men in
Trek.
Black, Star Wars, Star Trek. That's what our world is.
Yeah, literally.
I hope
That's
it's
all. That's all you're gonna hear on this podcast.
Yeah, literally, actually.
But I mean, when you're looking at Star Wars, George Lucas literally made it after real world problems, just with characters and fucking.
Yeah, it's just like a mythos type thing.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Again, like in the newer movies, the First Order literally were made to look like the fucking Nazi party.
Yeah.
Like, they're all based off real life shit, so you can make just probably an unlimited amount of, like, connections to Star Wars or Star Trek or, you know, Men in Black. Well, I don't know about Men in Black when you're talking about specific world things happening, but,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
No, yeah, it's you just can't relate it to Lord of the Rings, but
No, not really.
Yet.
I was gonna say
the
that too,
teachings.
but-
Yeah, I was like the teachings maybe, but like
Yeah.
that's everything. Like you take teachings out of something and remove the context.
Yeah. You know, you're never gonna have to go up against orcs or trolls, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's just fucking space orcs. Like we don't know if there's fucking space orcs out
Yeah,
there.
maybe there's still orcs.
Maybe
there's-
they are.
Maybe there's still dwarves down in the caves.
And maybe the space orcs are the reptilians. Coming down.
Fuck reptilians. Yeah.
As long as
You're
you
playing
say-
footsies with everybody.
No,
today.
bro, it's because I'm like twirling around and shit, and my legs are out, and I'm like...
John, you wanna touch that?
you want to
I
touch
don't want to
this?
touch it. I've been touching no toes this whole time until Matt decided to touch mine.
Yeah.
So
I'm protected, actually. I have slippers on.
you think you're protected?
Next thing you know, John's growing a baby in his foot.
Baby
You're dead.
Maddie Sick Jr.
Child support.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Please
Doesn't
don't. I
matter.
don't have money. Cast resume. But yeah.
And then there were two.
And then there were two. Now it is hosted by Maddie Sick and John Berta. Yeah, so, yeah, pretty much what it's saying. Yo, there's a history of this universe. What the fuck?
Give me the history.
Yeah, spread the facts. Okay. What isn't
Right.
yeah.
I agree wholly on that.
What is okay, so the history of this universe. What is interesting about the humans created by felines is that they have spread firstly to the Pleiades, but also to Andromeda, Sirius, Orion, and Earth. The reason why all the humans suddenly left Vega, their home star, is due to the reptilian influence. To sum this up rather quickly, the reptoids, which is the reptilian people, also came to this universe from another universe or game. One, they have failed and did not evolve into the light. So, like, they are the darkness of the universe.
And they
Yeah.
fell.
The universe ended up being negative and dark and was considered a game that did not work out correctly. What is interesting is that the reptoids, a very advanced yet very negative race, stole into this universe uninvited and have been trying to replicate the destruction and failure they caused in their own universe. Since they are dark, they feel that this is the quote-unquote right way to be and are very against God running things. God has left them to play this quote-unquote game here, warning that the light will win here, which is what we are seeing right here on Earth at this time, the victory of the light. So it's saying that...
Yeah.
So what it's saying is that the original thing of this universe was that it was supposed to have, like, light run everything.
Really.
But then the reptilians came in from a whole other
They
universe.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And they
It's
came
like...
here.
So the negativity wasn't supposed to be in this universe to begin with, but they kind of impeded themselves into this universe, and now
Right.
that's why there's probably the yin and the yang now.
Yeah, okay.
That explains that
Yeah,
shit.
that does explain that then. Makes sense.
And I guess that's why there's always that thing that the light will prevail. It's because that was the original
Yeah.
thing. But that's crazy that they say that, like, it's a quote-unquote game.
They just
So that kind of proves the simulation
Yeah,
theory.
exactly.
So it's like, then
Damn.
what the fuck is controlling
Yeah, what
shit?
happens after we fucking fail? Well, I don't know.
If we fail.
Well, because are we connected with the rest of humanity, or we are soul? You know, because if we're connected with humanity, then I think humanity has failed. But, like us personally, we would be good, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. Obviously. We don't get to decide and choose. But, we could always try our best to fucking prevail.
Because, like, it's so weird, because, like, I think that, like, we are, like, hybrids of light and dark now. And that we are trying to, like... It's like a lot of people have, like, reptile in them, and they also have, like, the light in them.
Yeah.
And it's always a constant war. It's because, like, it's supposed to be one or the other, not really, like, both.
Yeah.
Or that we're supposed to balance both, and then it
it's
just
a
becomes
balance.
neutrality,
Right.
and then that becomes, like, quote-unquote the
neutrality,
light.
I still feel like is good and light. As long as you're not completely in the darkness.
Yeah.
Then you're good. Or as long as you're not completely in the light.
So fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Okay, it is said the negative reptoids began the galactic wars that have raged in the universe for millions of years. They drove the felines and humans alike out of Lyria, where they fled to other systems. They drove many of them out of this universe completely, but many others chose to stay and relocate. The cat home planet, then called Avion. Yeah, there's no L in there. Avion was destroyed by the reptoids.
Time too.
Oh shit, did I? Yo, correct.
Park, and I also thought of my car.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, yo, what are these universal coincidence or something like that? Are they trying to tell us something? But no, it's just me being stupid and not being able to read. But yeah, with this, Avion was destroyed by the reptoids along with many lives. Reptoids literally upset the long-held peace in this universe and upset the balance. Maybe that's like what fucking George Lucas is trying to say. It's like the dark like upset the balance of like the force and shit like that. That's crazy as fuck. Yeah, upset the balance, trying to ruin our quote unquote game here. But then we started the fight back. The creator of this universe, quote parentheses, call him or her God, allowed this to happen, seeing chances for all of us to learn through this new game. It has not been easy, as the reptoids have destroyed or enslaved many peaceful homeworlds and declared many regions of space as quote unquote theirs through the use of force and terror. It's like a lot of fucking people in power now.
Yeah.
It's like they fucking...
Fuckers.
Yeah, it's like the reptiles, like, came into power through government, and then they're trying to, like, control everything, but I feel like now everything is, like, trying to, like, bring the balance back, and then we're trying to, like, kick them all out, and all this government shit's gonna collapse.
Trump and drain the swamp.
Means that he was trying to get out of all the reptiles, because I thought about that last podcast, but I didn't want to say anything. And then because I was like, oh, what if, like... Because, like, what if Trump is literally the good guy, yeah.
And what if
Liz and I were talking about that the other day, actually.
Really?
Yeah, we're like, what if Trump's, like, actually the good guy, and, like, all these, like, the reptiles and shit like that, they're trying to, like, go against the Republican side, because they don't want to all, like, get wiped out and their power taken away.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, they're the bad guy, and they're like trying to like sway the people to like hate Trump and shit. Because they have everything under control. Literally, all this media is going against Trump and stuff like that. It's like they have their hands in the media, the government, all the military, like, you know.
Yeah. Fuck that! I'm voting for Trump. Drain those aliens.
Yeah, drain those fucking reptiles, bro.
Drain those fucking lizards.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Lizard scum.
Yeah. Fuck these people. What the fuck? Last paragraph of this shit. We move on now with the topic of the Lyrian humans, the original and oldest human race. We think of many of the Starseeds as being quote-unquote old souls, and are being more refined, civilized, and spiritual. Yet the Lyrians are the oldest. There are not many incarnated here on Earth, and even not that many left in the universe after deciding to leave this game when the reptoids became wiping them out. So they just ejected themselves. Shit.
Oh, fuck this.
Yeah, they're like, oh, fuck this shit. Let's go to a new game.
That would be us.
Yeah,
Literally be us.
Fucking suicide. The reptoids perhaps dislike the Lyrians the most out of all the humans, although they hate all of them. Some reptoids have gone into the light. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
Some reptoids have gone into the light. The rest of the negative ones are being told to either choose the light or choose the be recycled in the great
Wait, you know what's funny?
What in the great central sun? It's either fucking join or die.
Ride or die?
Yeah, ride or die, motherfucker.
Because I was thinking, I was like, wait, because I was like, you know, what if Trump's the good guy? Because I was like, wait, but there's probably theories about him being a lizard. But then you just answered saying some of the lizards did go to the good side.
Yeah.
So maybe he's a good lizard now.
Yeah, maybe. Because maybe him being involved in business and shit like that, like all throughout all the 80s and stuff, because like all that shit back then, when he was like saying like how he's like all racist and whatnot and all that shit, and like maybe he became president to like right those wrongs or whatnot.
Maybe. I don't know Trump.
Yeah, I don't know Trump
also, I
either.
don't trust him either, so like, I'm not going to sit here and think he's
He
a
looks
good
like
guy
an
now.
owl.
He does look like an owl. I mean, he looks like a Cheeto above all, but...
Yeah, he's the Cheeto owl.
Cheeto owl.
Yeah.
Love it.
He's a part of the Cheeto race of aliens. From Cheetoa.
Chiodos.
Yeah, Chiodos, yo. Yeah, fucking...
No one's gonna get that reference. Maybe very few.
Yo, what the fuck? So, being recycled in the great central sun means it involves being taken back to the first principles and losing all spiritual growth attains, meaning they begin evolving once from scratch as a single-celled organisms, i.e. back in the light. Long
So you
ago,
just become a bacteria?
yeah, you get demoted.
Damn.
Remember how we were talking about like in the like when you get reincarnated if you're doing bad, like you kind of like go to
Yeah,
like
you go down and up.
yeah, you go down and shit like that, because maybe that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's true. 'Cause you gotta like do good and prove yourself to get up.
Yeah, because even Will said that. I think he said that like, oh, you keep going back into like a single-celled organism. Like I didn't even say that he did.
I don't remember, but
Yeah, if we go back, I think
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
we
that he
should.
fucking said that, and I was like, that's interesting that he said that.
right.
He's just like, boom. Long ago in this universe, God said that evil would only be tolerated for so long before it is all remade. The recycling process is ongoing now. That's crazy.
We're all just a bunch of plastic bottles waiting to be recycled.
Yeah, if we choose to be bad.
Yeah, true.
It's like it's either like if you're bad.
We can be plastic bottles or glass bottles. I want to be a glass bottle.
Yeah.
I want to do good.
We gonna do good. Oh shit. Next is the Orion. It's you, John.
Oh shit.
Both positive and negative races originating in Orion, currently on Earth. The Orion constellation is fascinating and dominating our sky. Ooh, Orion humans, but also reptilian races who are ancient exist here. Hold on, I'm like reading of what the fuck this is trying to say. Cause like they go into like appearance and like what like their like humor and sensitivity and all this shit, and I'm like, I just want to know their
Humans are
fucking
fucking snowflakes.
yeah. I don't know actually,
They're super sensitive.
because they go into like how they think and shit, but I just want to know their like history.
Yeah, I feel you. Pussy.
Give me the pussy, boss.
Oh god, I need to give. I don't have any spare coochie for you. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, this is confusing. Because apparently in Orion there's like human Orions and then there's like reptilian Orions.
So there's different types of Orions.
Yeah. I am so fucking confused, brah. I just wanted to know the fucking origin.
History.
Because it mentions Zeta Reticuli, which is also what Bob Lazar said.
What?
That the aliens that they're in contact with are from, which are the Greys.
Oh, okay.
Many of the Orions are human, and these are the ones we're discussing today, but they're not restricted to this. The Orion constellation hosts the negative reptoid races, who have an empire spanning 6 planets. They're including Bellatrix. This is the reptoid home base, if you like. Yet, like humans, they also span the galaxy, but do not make friends, but rather to subjugate, control, enslave, and destroy. They are beings of manipulation who have the power over the Greys, in parentheses, who live near Orion in the Zeta Reticuli. Some of the human Orions may have, as Starseeds, very blue eyes. It is said that the spiritual ones, such as the priests, gain this feature from their spiritual path. Interesting. It is also said that many Greys of the Zeta Reticuli origins have become stuck on Earth, reincarnating as human, due to their karma and interference with Earth inhabitants. They are not necessarily friendly and have deliberately traumatized many humans. Their interference here was not. Comment if Matt's a retard and he cannot fucking talk at all. Their interference here was not allowed in a galactic sense. So many of them have become us living here stuck karmically. They may lack certain emotions since Greys are not known for showing emotion. Many of their bases beneath the earth have now recently been destroyed since they are not welcome here.
You are not welcome.
You are not welcome. Stay away, Satan!
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but they never really said what the fuck Orions actually are.
So is it just that they're just humans?
Yeah, it's like they're
different
either
types of
human
humans?
or like reptiles.
Maybe it's just a different way of life or some shit, or
I think they're like both at the same time. They're like hybrid.
right. Okay.
So I think it's like that they either are more inclined to go into the light or go into the dark. Alright, fuck this. Yo, how many... I just looked up feline. Fuck that! Orion feline. Let's look at the avian, the blue avian starseeds. The highest avian race that I'm aware of. Okay, I don't want to read their fucking personal shit. They are higher dimensional beings, higher than most, inhabiting to the 6th and 9th dimensions. To put this in perspective, humans on Earth are at a 3rd to 5th dimensional group. So I guess that's what the aliens now are trying to get us into. Like right now we're in the 3rd dimension.
What did you say, 6th to 9th?
Yeah, they're at the 6th to 9th. But we are at 3rd to 5th.
3rd to 5th.
So we're at 3 now, and they want us to become at 5th.
Oh, okay.
So that's what the whole love for him, use your heart, compassion and stuff like that. That'll get us into the 5th dimension.
Okay.
And shit like that.
So we gotta start loving.
Hey, gotta start loving. The blue avians have visited Earth before with their messages of peace, but unsuccessfully. Their craft are described as spheres, yet they are the size of planets. Our solar system, yeah, that's fucking crazy. Death Star.
Literally.
Our solar system is said to be full of them, probably in a higher dimension. The beings are said to be blue and humanoid at 8 foot tall, sort of reminiscent of the movie Avatar, except bird-like, with bright indigo blue features.
Okay, I remember them.
Sounds gorgeous, actually. They are working for humanity's good against the ruling cabal of this world.
Fuck you, reptiles.
Fuck you, reptiles.
Fuck boss.
And fuck you, Mongolians. Stop breaking down my shitty wall. They have established a blockade in the solar system with their craft, which is probably why the cabal cannot escape this world as planned with their arrested and imminent. I don't know what the cabal is. On Earth, they have up to 5 top secret space programs that are far ahead technology than most people realize. Yet they are no match for the avian fears of their own technology. The blue avians are a part of the alliance along with other races and humans here on Earth working against the ruling banking mafia of this world. The avian extraterrestrials originally come from another universe. Now ET bird beings are found throughout this universe in many forms.
ET birds.
ET's involvement with this Earth. Seeded bird species on Earth following the end of the dinosaurs' reign. Higher dimensional avian beings have dropped on this Earth civilizations to help enlighten to new perspectives, usually through communications with advanced hires of priests and shamans. Guide for Humanity. Thoth was a crazy ass motherfucker. Yeah, so they're helping us.
Those are the ones we need.
The shit I need be the shit that's green.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that they also helped with. There are also these things. If you probably seen this before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're like the old Sumerian fucking winged beasts.
Yeah. The winged beasts.
They also said to help with fucking the pyramids too.
Oh shit.
Alright,
Maybe with their big wings.
Yeah, let's get
The
to
wings.
the reptilians.
Oh, the fuckers.
Okay. The reptilian race is often referred to as reptoids, lizzies, dracos, orions, archons,
Glizzy McGuire.
Glizzy McGuire,
Glizzy McGuire.
glizzies. Yeah.
Fucking blizzard.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Or shapeshifters. They are both good and bad reptilians in the universe. Unfortunately, we barely hear about the good kind since the lower dimensional types are so set in their ways of war and tyranny. Alright, so dark reptilians. Oh my god,
Racist
there's
as
a lot of
fuck.
fucking information about this shit. They are the Illuminati. That's what they say.
That's what it says.
Yeah. The dark reptilians, I call the Jackos, have been a prevalent force here on Earth for long eons. They perfected the art of recycling themselves lifetime after lifetime into the same human families, always avoiding the light between lifetimes and gathering more and more onto themselves. Because a large number of them, they've always had their own secret elite clubs and organizations. The young are raised steeped in satanic worship and dark occult practices, as well as educated in the true galactic history and Earth history. Okay, so I guess that reptiles are Satanists.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So I think that they're trying to say like those like underground organizations and shit like that in the government are like reptilian people.
Right, okay.
Like the Illuminati and
Yeah.
shit like that.
New World Order.
Yeah.
Fucking Garbo.
Their plan for us has always been a long-range plan since the Dark Dracos have been very satanic belief system and religion, believing that they have the right to enslave the rest of the universe, kill and rule as they please. They are aware that God exists and have rejected God and tried to make themselves God. We can see this even in ancient Egypt, where they set themselves up as gods in order to displace the real God and keep humans unaware of their own power and true spirituality. So I guess that's what's going on now.
Yeah.
Is that like all the government like tries to like suppress to be like,
Right.
yo, like you're just like worthless shits that are just like cogs in the machine and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
so
and they try to like not show us our
They
like
don't
true
look at
powers,
us as human beings.
or that they don't want to because they know that we're powerful on our own and
That's
that they
also
want to like
true.
suppress other people's powers so they can stay in power.
Yeah, and then we'd be even more powerful together.
That's why we are like there's powers in numbers and powers in people.
Yeah, yeah.
And stuff like that, and we are the light to try to get rid of them.
Right.
So that's how we know that we're not reptiles.
Yeah.
Because we're
bullshit.
yeah, because we're like fuck that. Yeah. In today's terms, they have many names. They go by the Illuminati. We also call them Satanists, devil worshippers, the Cabal, the Khazarian Mafia, Zionists, Banksters, the Dark Hats, and the New World Order. Oh shit. As a very ancient race who are billions of years old, they are advanced in intellect and moreover experts at deception, manipulation, covert mind control, and standover tactics. They have actually used the same game plan for eons of times. The tactics never change and become quite obvious when studied. They basically they infiltrate every power structure and government on Earth, every organization, including charitable ones. They act as the sheep, but beneath they are really evil beyond compare.
Damn.
They use mind control, mind programming, and have done so for millennia. In today's world, they have used the media to program and enslave humanity in a false program of lies called the Orion Matrix. This is why we have our fucking podcast to break out of this shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
We ain't no Lizzies.
yeah, we ain't no
Glizzy.
glizzy. Yeah, we ain't no glizzy ass motherfucking
Fuck out of here, Glizzy fucking.
fear mongering
Goblin
shit. Yeah, Necro Gobblicon.
Oh my god.
Do you know that shit?
Yeah, I do. Necrogoblicon. Fuck me. That guy's hilarious though.
Oh shit. Meanwhile, they own every central bank in every nation, running the world slowly, tightening the noose, using illegal, unsurely, and debt slavery of nations until all the world is in their slaves. They have financed every war and destroyed every country that has tried to kick them out before taking over that same country.
Damn.
So, the
Maybe
Rothschilds...
that's why we're going to shit.
Yeah.
Because all the good presidents who were trying to stop that shit were like, they failed.
Have you noticed that every president that has tried to get rid of the federal bank system has either gotten killed or kicked out?
Yeah. It's those feds. Those
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Maybe 12
Wake
a.m.
up.
right now, but wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
There's time for sleep later.
Yeah. Sleep later. Wake up now. Destroy your reptiles now.
Yeah. You gotta create an ad.
Yeah. Destroy the reptiles.
Join us in our crusade.
Yo. If you research the Cabal, you'll soon find out their plans are to cull 95% of humans, then enslave the rest into their satanic worlds of perverse occult practices, removing all liberty, property, and possessions, dissolving the concept of family, and ultimately owning our souls.
So they're communists.
They're
too.
the fucking commies.
Fuck.
Maybe that's why all the socialist shit is trying to come out, is because they're trying to fucking get rid of our civil liberties and just own us.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could very well possibly.
Democracy is good. Capitalism is good.
Yeah, literally. You may think you're onto something, but you're not.
Yeah, it's like you think it's good, but it's really not. You're just
Fucking stupid.
yeah.
No, you're not fucking stupid. You're
You're not stupid. You're just mind controlled.
Yeah, you're just blind.
Yeah, literally. Wake up. Wake up. The only catch is that to own another soul, the person must sign a contract. It must be given freely, despite the fact that such a contract is null and void. Every soul already belongs to God and cannot be signed over. This is not stopping them. You must be surprised by the many thousands who sign these contracts in return for power and wealth. They are owned, and their firstborn is also mind-controlled from birth, such as the price of power. So pretty much that's where the whole fucking selling your soul comes from.
Yeah.
It's like when you go into the machine, it's like all these people, all these like famous people, they like sell their souls to the devil.
Fucking idiots.
All for like power and shit like that, but they're really just like, it's a trick. They don't get
literally.
anything. Yo, this is fucking crazy. The dark Dracos that reign elsewhere in this universe are terror to all free races. Many large space wars epical. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, we have seen planets destroyed in the solar system in the past by Draco weapons such as Mars, Venus, and Maldek. Interesting. So Mars was destroyed. That goes into that fucking Mars theory that they all got destroyed by nukes and power and greed and shit like that, because maybe they took over Mars and shit, and then like the light kind of just ejected whatever was there to here.
Fuck, okay.
Yo, it all ties.
Yeah, it's coming back around.
We're tying everything together, boys and girls. We're gonna get kicked off the internet for this shit.
Yeah,
They're gonna shut us down.
Comment how much you hate the government.
Yeah, comment how much you hate everything.
Yeah.
No, but
Comment if you wanna make a suicide pact as we project our light to another planet.
yeah, literally. Maybe that's why they want to go back to Mars.
Maybe.
And they're just like, yo, shit's going down here.
Yeah,
They're
they
fucking
know.
taking over, and we gotta like leave and. But I don't know. I feel like that we can overpower them. I feel like that's what this shift now is.
Yeah. Everybody's waking up.
It's gonna be crazy. Ooh, they are close to destroying the Earth as well now that our planet. What?
Cut that out, Maddie.
You cut that out, Maddie. They are close to destroying the Earth as well now that our planet is dying from pollution, fracking, and radiation. All a
Stop fracking, guys.
Yeah, stop fracking,
Fucking
you fracking
perverts.
fracker fracks. All a deliberate preparation upon us to bring us to the edge of extinction. The good news is that the Galactic Federation, Syrians, Arcturians, etc., arrived some decades ago with the earthbound cabal now entrapped on the Earth's surface with no way off. Oh, so they're pretty much just trying to like
Right.
and trap them on the earth to just try to like squish them out. Interesting.
So maybe that's what'll happen. Maybe that's why aliens are starting to come back up now.
Because that's what I was saying before. Because like I
they're
think that
finally
they're
doing
just
some
coming
shit
in now to like
to help us out.
yeah. Because I don't think that they're gonna let them get away with this shit.
No. Yeah, exactly how we were saying. As long as they can think, they're definitely gonna be like, we can't let them murder these billions of innocent fucking people.
Yeah. Cause that'd be fucked up. Yeah, they're being arrested for their corruption and crimes, and this planet is solid, returning fully to light, with the Draco presence to be removed entirely or returned to the light. It is common to be approached by them as a teenager to be recruited. I certainly had dark entities around me when I was a teen who tried to sell me into their side by dangling carrots and making vague promises of power through telepathic communication. Well, they're saying like dragons and shit like that is like the idea of like Satan.
Dragons are Satan?
Yeah. The reptilian races are not all bad or evil, however. It said they destroyed their own universe and refused to go to the light. Right before the end, they escaped into our newly created universe and did not have permission to enter, unlike the avians and felines who came here with permission from their universe. Many of the reptiles have evolved into the light and are far advanced than us. The lower dimensional ones are bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs, tail and horns. The AI controller, the eye on top of the pyramid, the last one.
Oh, shit.
The artificial intelligence controller.
Oh, God.
What the fuck? AI artificial intelligence is actually quite ancient in terms of the universe. However, it is supposed to have entered this universe from another universe, and it is not a pleasant thing. I wish to warn anybody reading further that you have to have a strong stomach to actually get into the info into you. It is not pleasant. I actually just learned about this myself on the Galactic Federation. Last time I read this website, this was not on here.
Oh, really? So that guy actually updated it?
Yeah. But I will say in this timeline we are on now, we do actually win this. No, this is because of the outside world. Time doesn't exist, and they can see that we defeat this horrible enemy. Time is part of the artificial reality created by this AI creature. Yo, I just got a weird feeling after reading that.
Cause like, is it?
Are we about to fucking unlock the key to the universe?
I don't know. Maybe.
Right after we read this, the simulation's gonna end. You were gonna get out of it. You're gonna be like,
fucks.
Yeah. Firstly, this AI controller is far from friendly and is not created by God. The Galactic Federation does not know who or what created it. They don't know. It came into this universe a long time ago, and it overtook those who were of a lower frequency. In other words, it easily overtook some of the reptilian races, the Dracos, the Greys, and various races we are at war with. Hopefully that much was obvious and you already knew that. It is a machine mind. It has no soul. All it wants to do is take over living organism in this universe and rule cruelly. It has no other agenda, and it really wants us on this world so what this war we are currently is ultimately okay.
Dude, the AI's already got a tight grip on us then, I think, with all these phones and shit everyone's addicted to.
Yeah, so maybe that, like, technology is, like, really bad.
I mean, it is.
That's fucking crazy.
Think about it. Ever since technology's been created, all this bad shit's been happening.
Yeah, literally.
Like, yeah. And humans are becoming less and less connected and, you know.
Yeah, and also they give off a specific frequency that like gives cancers and shit like that and all that stuff. That's why I have all those like organite pyramids and shit like that, because apparently those pyramids to like pull in all like the chaotic energy and like recycle it into positive energy. Okay. Cause you know, after you're like on technology for a really long time, you get like really aggravated and you're like you're in a funk.
Headache and shit,
like you get literally you get headaches and you need to like go outside and kind of like clear your mind. It's because it's all that chaotic energy just building up inside your mind and shit like that, and then it like really just fucks with you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that's why I have those everywhere. I'm probably gonna buy one. They have like stickers and stuff that you can just like place on your phone.
Really?
Yeah, it gets rid of it. And it comes with a couple of them, so I can give one to you too. But they're like thick boys.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but oh yeah, okay, this is almost over. This is almost over, guys. Don't worry. All right, we kind of knew this whole topic of evil AI from the Terminator movies and also Star Trek about the people being assimilated by AI, being that was unstoppable. It's hard to believe I am saying all the stuff we knew already. This planet Earth was already being taken over more slowly by negative reptilians, but the AI came along and overtook them, and now it is trying to overtake us. Its mind control is even working on some. Many humans have been swallowed up by it in the universe, and they are unable to reverse this because the humans will not cooperate. They are basically feral and violent. We can see how resistant humans are. Look at the politics in the USA. It is not easy to open the mind of humans because they already have been controlled for thousands of years. Their reactions are easily predictable. They would rather die than change their opinion. And humans are typically easy to control. There is a current war being fought on Earth right now to break this control. We the people are going to win, so do not doubt this. But they estimate at least 4 to 6% of the people's minds cannot be saved at all. They will not accept that much of what they have learned is wrong. Much of history is a lie. We are fed lies daily by the media, which is in fact the deep state and CIA, not actually media people. We see the president constantly telling us the media is a lie, yet who listens? It is very sad. There are some pretty major events coming that will shock people into listening.
That's a fact.
Yeah, more major than a pandemic, which was a lie, by the way. What the fucking?
Damn, he's hitting with some
Yeah, only a
crazy
few.
theories.
Only a few already sick people actually died, yes. Interesting. I will say that many people are pushing replacement parts of the human body with AI. Oh, yeah. I will say that many people are pushing replacement parts of the body with AI. We have already have some of the technology. We can say we can no longer... They say we can live longer if we start becoming AI. They want us to turn into bio-robots. They want us to put robots in our brains and let it think for us. This actually appeals to people who have been mind-controlled to take no responsibility. Does this ring any danger signs? It should. The war is currently happening, which is the U.S. military is involved in, is taking place below ground where they are destroying the enormous number of bunkers and cities down there that are full of negative ETs. We are told by the actual AI controller has actually escaped the Earth and is being chased. It has got away after we closed off this world. Nothing can get away easy, so the blah, 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 blah. The Galactic Federation that soon we will capture the AI and destroy it. We'll be safe. We will survive.
They got like real serious, real fucking
Yo, okay, so to wrap this all up, there's good aliens, and then there's bad aliens, and then there's a third party that took control of the bad aliens to take control of the good aliens. And there is a god who's allowing all this to happen.
The fuck? Just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, but that was the end of that. But that's some crazy shit.
It's very crazy. I didn't think it was getting that deep.
Yeah, so pretty much that there is a god who created this universe, created good aliens only, and then there was another dimension that those aliens destroyed them because they wouldn't go under God, and then they went into our dimension and fucked it up, and then there was a war between good and bad, and then somehow this whole other fucking AI thing,
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
out of nowhere comes into our universe. So it's like the lights fighting off two different things.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it became one because it said that the AI took control of the dark.
Yeah, right.
So it's like pretty
Still
much we're
one
just
bigger,
fighting
though.
AI.
Yeah.
It just became a bigger enemy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro, we are in a fucking comic book.
Literally.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm gonna have to sleep on this shit.
yeah. Yeah, so pretty much technology bad.
Yeah. Which, like, I feel like we knew, but now we know.
Yeah, now we know.
Now we really know.
That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I'm gonna have to sit on that shit. I feel like that I kind of, like, knew this shit,
Yeah,
but now
low-key.
it's, like, there.
Right. Now it's actually out there and fuck.
That's probably why I was always afraid of becoming a robot. Like a cyborg. Because I knew that it was fucked.
Yeah, you'd just be controlled or something.
Yeah. Because that's what I said. I was like, you're literally going to get a fucking robot brain and all of a sudden you're just going to be hacked by the government. They're going to be like, oh yeah, it's going to promote longevity in humans and shit like that. Meanwhile, it's just a trick and then they're going to snap on all the fucking frequencies to control you.
Right.
And all that shit. So yeah, don't get consumed by AI. Balance everything.
Consumed by fucking materialism in general. Yeah, you'll be fine.
But that's crazy because like it's pretty much saying that the AI is trying to make a simulation of its own to control us. It's like a simulation within a simulation.
Yeah. Shit.
What the fuck? Will left at the wrong time.
Yeah, all the shit.
I think we're pretty much gonna reject. And also Joe Rogan's not helping because he's just like, just let it happen. Just let it happen. I'm like, he's probably fucking compromised by the government and shit like that. Because everybody keeps also saying that he's also fucking compromised by the CIA and everything. Because have you noticed that he stopped talking about conspiracy theories and shit like that?
I mean, I don't really watch him too much. But I didn't realize that.
No, but like he stopped talking about conspiracy theories. Every time that someone talks about it, like
so
he kind of like shuts him down.
He's either compromised or he was warned or some shit.
Yeah.
Shit. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I never realized.
Because now when I listen to him, I'm kind of like turned off by his content and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, there's something up.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I'm like, I don't really want to like listen to him that much anymore.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Because like I go back and then his podcasts are fine. He's like, everything's like all like bright and cheery and shit like that. And he's like completely fine. But like as it goes more and more into it, it's just kind of like, I don't know if he's just kind of like being done personally himself. That he's just like, oh, like the podcast is like, you know, because he's been doing it for like 10 years.
He's on like episode 1000.
Yeah.
2000, I don't even know.
It's either that or like Corona is like really fucking with him or not. But
that's also true.
I don't know.
Could have fucked up his groove or something.
That's true.
I don't know. He did.
Fucked up a lot of people's groove.
Yeah.
Look into this shit. Fucking don't go into the reptiles.
Try not to. Or AI.
Or AI, yeah. AI and reptiles are bad. Go into the light, pretty much.
Yeah, literally.
Because it's like literally saying like, yo, if you don't go into the light, you're gonna get recycled.
Pretty much. Yeah, and recycled isn't a good thing in this time and place.
Yeah, you'll get fucking turned into a single-celled amoeba. But yeah, that was a fucking crazy podcast. You also did this late as fuck at night too.
Yeah. That's a fact also. Which we normally do not start late at all.
Yeah, you normally do this at like 3.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna limit my fucking technology use now.
Yeah. I would definitely like to.
What if we literally just get rid of all technology and like go back to like primitive states and they're like, yo, we tried that shit.
Fucking insane. Everyone just becomes hunters and gatherers again.
Yeah, imagine if it's like, yo, this is like how life is actually.
No, we won't be able to
like,
do that. I think at that point shit would actually start going extinct and stuff.
Like what the fuck? Like what do we do?
We shut it that.
Yo, we're almost at the 2-hour mark.
Oh, sure,
so yeah, so pretty much, yeah, guys. This concludes this episode of the Wrath of Aquarius podcast. Why is this turning back on?
You just turn it off?
Yeah, bro. The AI is fucking taking over my computer. Imagine if Donald Trump comes onto the fucking screen. He's like, "You guys have unlocked the key to the universe.
That'd be amazing.
I swear to God, guys, if you join into our federation, it's going to be the best federation ever."
You
will
know,
never
join
be-
the swamp.
Yeah.
You're gonna become popular just like me.
Yeah, we're gonna drain the swamp, guys. Don't worry, don't worry.
Together.
Together, we will drain the swamp. You all become Cheeto people.
You know people. As long as I'm
You all
not
get
saying, yo,
great and fabulous hair, just like me. But yeah, guys, this concludes the Wrath of Aquarius podcast. Make sure that you go into the light and reject the night, and go into the light and reject the
you
night,
said reject
bro.
the light?
Did I say reject the
Oh my
light?
God. I don't know, honestly, but the second time you got it,
Yeah, I think I
Perfect.
accidentally fucked it up the first time.
I love the
My inner
analogy.
darkness is trying to come out.
Yeah.
But no, yeah,
I love the analogy there.
yeah. Welcome to the Wrath of Aquarius. But welcome to the Wrath of Aquarius podcast, guys.
Welcome to the Wrath of Aquarius Fields, motherfucker.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker. But yeah, third time's a charm. This concludes the Wrath of Aquarius podcast. It was hosted by Matt, Will, and Jan. Did we even say our
Damn,
fucking?
We didn't even do
yeah,
an
we didn't
intro
even do
today.
the intro.
We didn't.
Shit, we do episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and
Saturday.
we are signing off
Forever.
forever. But yeah, this concludes
Peace
the podcast.
out.
Peace out and good night.